We're 4 passengers from a bus driver, a diner owner, and 2 state troopers. We're all trying to figure out which one of them is the real Martian. When we left, we had just gotten a glimpse of what fear and paranoia can do to an otherwise rational psyche. While we continue to watch this group descend into something distinctly past the better parts of human nature, don't take for granted your position of moral high ground in the audience. Remember, this is the Twilight Zone. Be careful how implicit you become.
Tell me again, we're not calling for backup?
We don't call for backup unless we have sufficient evidence or need. All I have here is a bunch of scared people trapped in a diner.
What movie is a goddamn alien?
Besides, Cold Road's blocked. There's no way backup can get to us anyway.
Chopper.
Oh, son, you're gonna have to start growing a tougher skin, or you're gonna be a joke in the department. Chopper them in. And what were you planning on telling them when they get here? Someone in here is an alien, but we haven't figured out which one yet. But please, stay on standby for when they start pulling out laser guns and trying to take out the human race.
You were the one who suggested aliens in the first place.
No, suggested that something wasn't right here. We need to keep our minds open. Now, I'm not saying it's not aliens, but I'm not saying it's not aliens. You soon learn that if you want to keep your job, you don't call for backup when you suspect aliens. You try to make everything all right as you can, and you walk away slowly and don't look back.
So what? You're supposed to tuck tail and run at the person who aliens?
No, you do your job. Didn't you serve in the military?
No.
That explains it.
Explains what?
Listen, the government's official stance is that aliens don't exist, or at the very least are not on this planet. Our job is to maintain that position while keeping the word aliens out of official reports.
Then why have we not dispelled these people's fears of aliens?
Because if we can figure out which one of these people shouldn't be here, it'll be all the less work for the higher-ups. Besides, a little fear never hurt nobody.
Are you two finished having your little tete-a-tete with Gwyn? Why don't you try doing your jobs and restore some calm to the people?
That's not the job at all, didn't you hear? That was a shitty stage whisper if I ever heard one.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Obviously there's something wrong with him, and I don't think either of you have thoroughly checked him out.
Now, ma'am.
Don't you, ma'am, you know there's someone here who showed me, and I don't think either of you are doing a good enough job to figure out who
Now, there's no need to descend into hysterics quite yet. We haven't even fully ascertained the threat level. There's no evidence to suggest we need to start panicking.
Oh, there's no need to start panicking. You come strolling in here, saying that one of us is an alien from outer space. And then the jukebox starts going all haywire and the lights start flickering and you're telling me to calm down. And what was that? There wasn't aliens, and I swear, if you say faulty
wire.
And what about the tracks leading up to the diner, proving that there is definitely something not human in here masquerading as one of us? And what about all of you? Why is nobody doing anything? I refuse to sit passively by while aliens take over the human race. What exactly would you have us do? Figure out who the alien is by whatever means necessary.
Right now, I don't think we've reached the by whatever means necessary stage yet.
Well, no, she's got a point. I don't personally feel comfortable waiting around for whatever it is to show itself. And I honestly don't feel comfortable going back out into the world with something that's trying to take over the world out there. I think we need to start seriously looking at suspects, and I think anyone with half a mind should agree we should start with him.
It doesn't matter if I'm a Martian or not. None of you can prove who's human. What, you gonna try to peel back my face and see if I'm wearing a
That's
mask?
not a bad idea.
Hey
We
now!
can cut him and see if he bleeds red.
Alright, that is a little
It
extreme.
doesn't have to be a deep cut, just enough to spill a little blood.
Oh, my missy, why don't you go first? This is your grand idea. Let's see how willing you are to spill a little blood, eh?
None of you are spilling blood in my diner. You take that outside if that's what you're into.
Spilling blood? What is this? Are we not civilized adults? The only evidence we have of aliens is the cryptic word of some state trooper.
Listen, I'm just trying to figure out the truth.
The truth! Well, how about this? Are you even a real state trooper? You keep asking for our identifications. Where's yours? How do we know this isn't just some government experiment to figure us all out?
Government experiment? What kind of drugs are you on?
Oh, you got me! Oh, you got me! I'm coming out with a little moon juice. Or, I'm the only sane person here.
Can you just shut him up already?
Oh, and you want some? One sip of this and you'll be on cloud 9. Or whatever your Martians call it. Cloud 51.
Sir, this isn't a joke. I'm going to need you to take this investigation seriously.
We are not afraid to restrain you.
You want to tussle now, pretty boy?
Don't push me. I'm the one with the gun here. What the hell? Where's my gun?
Oh.
What kind of game are you playing? I don't trust you with this until everybody's calmed down.
Oh, shit's about to go down!
You need to give me my pen back right now.
Oh, what you gonna do? You can't call for backup?
You're not want to mess with us. We can make your life a living hell.
Oh, I like this one.
This is ridiculous. Just give him back his gun. Nope, not until everybody's calmed down. What the
hell just happened? Everybody listen up! Now someone is here as an alien. It looks like more of them. So whoever it is better bust him down and all of them. Whoa, honey, just calm down. Calm down! I'm the only one here thinking rationally. I refuse to sit practically vital aliens take over.
There's no actual proof of aliens yet.
Then what the fuck just blew mine? None of you are doing your jobs. An alien army comes storming in and I'll be damned if there's someone in here to let them in.
I remember when I lost my own mind.
You have 5 seconds to prove to me that you're just a mentally deranged human and not an alien, or we'll have to see how red your blood is.
Bitches be crazy.
You know you're paying for that, right?
Oh my god. What the hell, Karen? You need to pull the trigger.
Like I was fucked up.
Alright, I think we all just need to take a few deep breaths and just... Jesus Christ!
Who the fuck is it?
Damn, respect!
Sorry about it.
What the hell is happening?
We're in the late stages of mass paranoia.
Y'all better calm down or take this crazy outside.
No, I am not going outside. That's where the aliens are.
Well, I actually didn't hear anything land, so it's probably just a flyby.
So there are aliens.
Maybe. Maybe not.
This is exhausting.
What we need is an objective audience. I don't think there's a single fully rational person here right now.
Well, where do you suggest we find out? Okay, who do you think the alien is?
Got the white shirts here.
I
think it's you!
No, me, no! Well, they're no use!
What we need is to calm down and start thinking rationally again. We can all do that, can't we? If not you.
So what? Do you not think there's an alien?
I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I do know that not only are we not completely certain that someone among us is an alien, but we don't have a way to figure out who is without us all turning on each other. We're going to destroy ourselves if we keep believing that somebody is an alien.
So an alien could walk through that door right now and you would greet them with welcoming arms?
It's not even close to what I just said, and full offense, but Miss Triggerhaven is the last person that should be part of a rational conversation right now.
You are on thin ice right now!
So what, aliens could be trying to take over the entire human race and you couldn't even care?
Who said anything about the entire human race? For all we know, they're only trying to colonize bumfuck nowhere America. You know what? I say more power to us.
You're even crazier than that, too.
Oh, we don't have to comment.
Listen,
No, you listen here. They're making a lot of sense if you get your head out of your ass long enough to listen to it. What's the point of figuring out which one of us is a human? We lose our own humanity along the way. I agree with them. We don't know for sure we're not all human, and there ain't no easy way to figure it out, so I say we just drop it.
I actually agree. Now we've all gotten a little crazy here tonight, me more than most, but I think it's best if we all just try to keep hold of our heads.
But, Karen, there could be an alien here.
And there also could it be. Now I'm not saying I'm totally comfortable with the situation. I'm not sure if I'll ever be comfortable again. But I am saying that we should all take a second to step back and think rationally.
Oh, wow. Who would have thought Karen would be a worse leader?
Well, they made a good point. It is stupid to tear ourselves up over suspicion. I mean, as annoying as that cook is, I almost killed him. And I am not a killer, I am Karen. But I forgot that in my fear.
I ain't no hard feelings. That'll be like getting the blood pumping like I was getting shot. That was the cheapest high I've gone in a while. Thanks, Karen.
Alright, slow your roll. You're still paying for the hole in the wall. I don't have crazy Karen insurance.
Alright, well, now that we've all calmed down, as soon as I get the call that the bridge is cleared across, I'm out of here. You can all come with me if you want, or you can all stay here.
Hello? Yep. Are you sure? Alright. I'll let him know. Thanks. That was the county engineer. Bridge has been declared passable. You're all free to go now.
That was a little bit too spooky.
Well, I meant what I said. Everyone that wants a bite of the city display tonight better be on the bus in 5.
I'm just glad I'll make it to my 9 o'clock. I thought this was nonsense anyways.
So what, you're all just gonna leave? We couldn't be getting on a bus with an alien.
Look, if that were the case, then we just spent the past hour in a diner with an alien. And you real danger? Give her your wife when you've got stuff. If you feel safe enough to go home with dinner, then you should feel fine getting on a bus with a potential alien.
But I really don't.
Come on, honey, let's just chalk it up to cabin fever and late night paranoia and head.
I'll bill you.
I'm Karen.
What you witnessed here tonight, while it may not seem remarkable to the untrained eye, certainly was a feat of strength. It was a strength to overcome mass paranoia, a feat you rarely see accomplished. Whether the motivation was the arguably selfish one of the fear of the unknown, or perhaps slightly less selfish one, of preventing themselves from tearing each other apart, it remains admirable.
You look tired, Doctor.
Do I? Well, I guess I am.
You've been under a great deal of stress. I know how much this means to you, patient 307.
You try to do everything you can. Everything medically possible, everything humanly possible. And in the end, you cross your fingers and hope for a miracle. And every once in a while, a miracle does happen. Just often enough to let you know you're not wrong or foolish to hope for one.
But you're destroying yourself this way. Forgive me, but you mustn't let yourself become personally involved.
I know! You think I haven't told myself that? But you see, nurse, I've seen underneath those bandages.
So why? It's horrible.
No, deeper than that. Deeper than whatever that thing that is a face is supposed to be. Deep enough to see the real face, the face of their real self, and it's a good face. A human face. One no lesser than yours or mine.
I understand, but I have to admit it's easier for me to think of them as human when their face is covered up.
But why? Why must we think that way? What is the dimensional difference between beauty and something repellent? Is it skin deep? No. Less than that. Why? Why should people be allowed to be different? Why?
Doctor, be careful. What you're talking about.
I know. Treason.
This case has upset your balance, your sense of values.
Maybe. But is that necessarily such a bad thing? Don't be concerned, nurse. I'll be all right. Once the bandages come off. Once I know one way or the other.
Good evening, my loyal citizens. Tonight, I will talk to you about glorious conformity, about the delight and the ultimate pleasure of our unified society.
Now I ask you, Ian McStyler, and I must insist that you remain rational. No tempers, no tantrums, you must remain calm. Now I'll tell you precisely what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut each layer of bandages and unwrap them slowly as I do now. The process has to be slow so that your eyes may become accustomed to the light. As you know, these last injections may have had some effect on your vision.
I understand.
We all know that the strength of our society comes from unification. That's where our sense of community, our sense of values, our sense of morals comes from. Unification!
Now as I unwrap, I want you to keep your eyes open and to describe to me the various shadings of light as you perceive them.
All right.
If you make any movement at all or start to become upset, Miss Tyler, I'm going to have the nurses hold you down and the anesthetist put you under sedation.
I'll remain calm.
All right then. I'm going to remove the first layer of bandages now.
We've seen when lack of unification has gone to past societies, and we must strive to never let our society fall into that dark and desolate place of celebrating diversity.
Do you see any light now, Miss Tyler?
Yes, just a little. It looks red.
Okay, just be patient now.
Differences divide us. They muddle our morals and create discord. They make it impossible to tell the difference between what's right and what's wrong, and what's fair and not. return to ruin. Conformity can only result in great delight.
How about now, Miss Tyler?
Yes, it's much brighter.
And now?
Yes, I can see you.
Good, alright. I'm going to remove the last layer of bandages now. Would you like a mirror?
No mirror.
People who refuse to conform, to assimilate to our society, to our way of being, pose an indescribable deep threat to our well-functioning society.
Now I need you to remember this, please. Are you listening?
Yes, I'm listening.
We have done all that we can do, and the only person hoping more than me that this last treatment was successful is you, Miss Tyler. But if we have not achieved the desired result, please remember you can still live a long and fruitful life among people of your own kind. Now, if we have achieved the desired result, you can finally take your place among society.
Doctor, can you tell me, if this last experiment didn't work, are there any alternatives may these be put away?
You may have heard the word discrimination being cavalierly thrown around by those who do not know what it means. We do not use that word in this society because its meaning can be so easily misconstrued. To discriminate simply means ensuring the well-being of a society by making sure that those who are in it deserve to be there.
Well, under certain circumstances, the state does provide for the extermination of undesirables. However, there are many factors to be considered, and yours would almost certainly not be a case in which we found that necessary. Instead, we would be instructed to move you to a communal group of people with your condition.
Of course.
All right then, keep your eyes open and remain calm. Here comes the last of it. I wish you every good luck.
It is for the benefit of society that we take such great strides to ensure its conformity. We take every measure we can to help those unwilling or unable to conform. And if we are unable to raise them up to our standard, we separate them for their own benefit. Imagine the torture of trying to live in a pristine society looking like them.
No change. Absolutely no change at all.
No!
Oh, please, Miss Tyler, it'll be all right. Everything's going to be all right.
No, nothing will ever be alright. I don't want to live like this. I can't live like this.
Just breathe. You'll just have to start a new life somewhere else, somewhere with people just like you. Doesn't that sound nice?
I'm a monster.
No, you're not. You're just different. There you go. Just breathe. It's going to be all right.
Doctor, they're here with us.
Who's here? Who's
It's
here?
all right. Just remain calm. Bring them in. Now, you need to remain calm when you see them. They may look strange, grotesque even, but they're just like them. Now, stay strong. This here's Mick Smith. They're here to take you to your new community, your new home.
Hello, Miss Tyler.
Hello.
There's no need to be afraid of me. I'm here to help you. I'm from a community of people that are just like us, and I'm going to take you there. I really think you're going to like it here. You'll be with your own kind. And in a little while, and I think you'll be amazed at just how little while, you'll feel a sense of great love. You'll feel a sense of being loved, and you will be loved, Miss Tyler. Would you like to get your things now? You can take whatever you're ready.
Mick Smith,
Yes.
why do we have to look like this?
I don't know. Miss Tyler, I really don't know. But you know what I do know? Is that it really doesn't matter. There's a saying that my parents used to tell me growing up. An old saying, a very, very old saying. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And you just hang on to that. And I think you'll be all right.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is subjective, but so is discrimination. What exactly was wrong with Mick Tyler's face? What are the reasons for the discrimination against Mick Tyler and Mick Smith? What kind of world is this, where people are discriminated against and outcasted in society for no discernible reason? A world not too dissimilar from the one you're living in. Because the reasons for discrimination is not what matters. What matters is the damage that it does to society and to each other as human beings.
I can't see anything. Where am I?
You're far from home.
I don't understand what you're saying. It's cold and it's dark and I just want my mommy.
Sweetie, how old are you?
7.
Okay, it's all gonna be okay. I'm here now, and I'm gonna make sure that nothing hurts you.
What's gonna hurt me?
Nothing, it's all right, I'm here.
But why can't I see you? Why can't I see anything?
Well, okay, let me ask you a question. Can you tell me how you got here?
Well, the last thing I remember is my mommy tucking me in, and then suddenly I felt like I was falling, and then I was here. Wherever here is.
That's it?
Yeah, I could hear my mommies, they were calling for me, but then they stopped. I don't know what happened.
When was this?
Just a few minutes ago, I could hear them talking, and then nothing for a little bit, and then I heard your voice.
Okay, and you're sure this was only a few minutes ago?
Yes, well, I think so. I'm scared and cold.
It's all right. How about you just walk in the direction that feels right to you, one that feels most like home?
But I don't know where they are.
Okay, it's okay. Calm down. Why don't we just move in the direction that feels right? We'll do that.
I guess.
Okay, stay with me. Here.
Yeah, I'm going.
Tina? Tina, where are you? Tina! Come back, sweetie!
Tina, move towards our voices.
I can hear them. Mommy!
Oh, Tina, sweetie, I hear you. I hear you. Stay where you are.
Ask her if she can see anything, if she can hear anything.
Tina? Tina, sweetie, can you see anything around you? Anything at all?
No, nothing. It's all dark and cold.
Can you hear anything? Anything other than our voices?
Yeah?
What do you hear?
Well, there's someone in here. Someone's with...
There's someone in there with her.
Shh. Ask her who it is.
Who's there with you, sweetie?
Well, I don't know who they are, but they said they'll protect me.
How is there someone in there with her?
Ask her if they can speak with us.
Tina, sweetie, can you ask your friend if they can speak with us?
Can you say something to them?
To who? Your parents?
Yeah, can't you hear them?
I can hear them, but they won't be able to hear me. They're in another dimension. Cross-dimension conversation is very limited.
But how come I can talk to them?
Well, you have a connection with them. They're your parents. You love them.
Okay. They said you won't be able to hear them.
They can probably only speak with each other because they're in the same dimension.
But how is there someone else in there with her? Is it someone else who's lost?
It could be anyone or anything. I don't know what kind of life the other world can sustain, but that doesn't matter right now. We have to focus on saving Tina.
What if it's another lost child? We can't just leave them in there. We have to help them too.
We can't. Don't you understand? We'll be damn lucky if we establish a strong enough of a connection with Tina to bring her through. And she's your daughter. There's no way in hell we're going to reach someone we can't see and can't even hear.
Ruth, you have to focus on saving Tina. All right.
Tell her to come towards your voice.
Tina? Tina, sweetie, come towards my voice. You can do it.
I can't. There's nowhere else to go.
Come on, Tina, you can do this.
I can't. I don't know what direction you're in. I don't know what direction anything is in.
Tina, honey, come on, follow our voices.
I can't. I don't know where you are, Mommy. I'm scared.
This is ridiculous.
Chris, don't!
Here, honey, take my hand.
I can't see it.
Here, it's right here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Don't move.
But I've got to go find her.
No, you can't move. Do you hear me? Not an inch.
But I've got to go find her.
Let her come to you, Chris. Call her name.
Tina? Tina!
Mommy, where are you?
I'm right here, sweetheart. Come on, that's right, come to me.
But I can't see you.
Come on. I know. Who are you? I'm here to help. I can bring Tina to you.
You can't?
Yes. Tina, do you feel me? I'm here with you right now.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Hold on tight to that feeling. I'm bringing you to your mommy.
Okay, Mommy, I'm coming.
That's right. Stick with me. That's right, Tina. Come on, come to me.
Chris, you've got to hurry.
Come on, Tina, come to my voice.
Mommy, where are you?
We're almost there. Do you hear that, sweetie? You're almost here.
Chris, hurry!
Can you see her, Chris? Yes, I see her. Okay, Tina, when I tell you to, I need you to let go, but only when I tell you to, all right?
All right.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, let go! Oh, Tina, sweetie, you're okay, you're all right. Oh, I was so worried.
I'm scared.
I know,
pulled you out.
How could you still see me?
Well, half of you is still here.
You mean to say you had a hold of me this entire time?
That's right.
Oh. How? Oh my God! No! I didn't even feel you! How come you didn't want me to go in there?
And how come I kept telling you to hurry?
Yeah.
Closing up all the time you were in there. A couple more seconds and half of you would be here and the other half...
The other half where? The fourth dimension? The fifth? Perhaps. They never found the answer. Despite a battery of research physicists equipped with every device known to man, electronic or otherwise, no result was ever achieved. Except perhaps a little more respect for and uncertainty about the mechanisms of the Twilight Zone.
Hologram coming in.
Thank you, hologram.
General Walters, space contact man with craft spiraling in.
All right, let's hear the report.
It's an expedition called Stansfield's Mount Everest, commanded by Douglas Stansfield.
Date of departure?
This is one of the old jobs, ma'am. Departure December 31st, 2087.
Old is putting it mildly. All right, send me over the report.
He's one of the pioneers. Been in space almost 40 years. First voice communication we've had since departure. We've tracked the craft on radar, ma'am, but his communications must have malfunctioned shortly after leaving the atmosphere.
And here's a funny one.
How's that, ma'am?
There's an insertion here from a doctor named Bixler. She was one of the project managers years and years ago, as I recall. Must have been in charge of the Stansfield mission. It says here we're to contact a man named William Horn.
Who?
Mr. William Horn, friend of Commander Stansfield.
Where would we find him, ma'am? A retirement home?
No, you'll find him in a hibernation room. You'll find him a young man of 26 years of age. I hope you find him alive. General Walters? Mr. Horn, you're looking well indeed. In fact, you look timeless. That sounds idiotic, doesn't it? What do you say to someone who's been asleep for 40 years?
I was told Commander Stansfield.
Yes, his ship landed 6 hours ago, but before you sleep, there is something you must know. What about him? He's in good health, naturally very tired.
I want to see him. I must see
You
him.
shall see him in just a moment. I had to speak with you first. I'll make this as brief as possible. Commander Stansfield suffered a communications failure. Probably occurred within the first 12 hours after his departure. There's only sporadic contact made during the entire flight, both there and back.
He reached the other solar system.
Yes, he reached it. He landed, took off, he returned. Found no life. But we found that out 20 years ago. It's one of the ironies of progress, Mr. Horn. Crew saved him his trip, saved him his anguish. His anguish being the following. Unknown to us here on Earth, to my predecessor and engineers, due to the lack of communication, Commander Stansfield arbitrarily removed himself from hibernation 6 months after leaving Earth. He did this, I know why. God help me, I know why. 40 years, Mr. Horn. 40 years spent alone in the cockpit of a ship. His loneliness must have been something brand new in the human experience. I wish to heaven he could have returned to you just as he left, but as it is, he's...
You remember me, don't you?
Remember you? I've spent 40 years remembering you, Billy. Painting a picture inside my head, listening to your voice, thinking about your touch. I've spent 40 years surviving for you, Billy.
Johnny, it can still be that way. The way you are, the way I am, it doesn't make any difference.
Oh, it makes a difference. It's 40 years difference. That's too much difference. You're so beautiful. Very beautiful, young, and I'm Now I have to pay for that. Don't let me drag you down with me.
Don't, please.
I love you too, William. That's why I need you to go.
No, please.
Go!
Stansfield, you truly are an incredible man. Maybe the one distinction of my entire life that I knew you in, that I knew a man who put such a premium on love. Truly quite a distinction, Stansfield.
Commander Douglas Stansfield, one of the forgotten pioneers of the space age. He's been pushed aside by the flow of progress and the passage of years and the ferocious travesty of fate. You know what? I don't like this, okay? We adapted the story to make it gay and provide representation that the original Twilight Zone was lacking. And all we've done is make yet another tragic gay love story where they get robbed of a happy ending. It sucks, doesn't it?
Well, that was wild, wasn't it?
Oh, it's you. Trouble with the bus?
Trouble? No, the bus started fine.
Then what? Thought you had a big 9 o'clock in the city.
It was the bridge. It collapsed. Couldn't take the weight. Sent everyone down into the river. The state troopers, everyone on the bus, they're all dead.
They're all dead? But you were on the bus as well. You survived?
You're funny. Yes, it's a miracle. I'm the only survivor.
But you aren't wet.
I can be.
You're it, aren't you?
I'm what?
The Martian. It's you.
Me? You really don't know, do you? Or have you been on Earth so long that you can no longer tell the difference between humans and aliens anymore?
You're military.
Of course I am. I thought you, what do they call your lot from Venus? Venetian?
Close enough?
Thought you Venetians were supposed to be smart.
Yes. Well, sorry to disappoint. So, the crash and the tracks leading up to the diner,
That was a real Martian. Those damn things keep coming, even though we've yet to settle on a contract with them. It's not our fault you got from Venus, made us an offer we couldn't refuse. And we've had that same deal with Pluto for ages, so it's understandable we couldn't find anything to offer to Mars. Tried to give them half of Russia, wouldn't take it. Can't say I blame them, really. But those damn things keep sending envoys to try and scout the territory. They say, at least. Really? I bet they're coming to make alliances with you other lot from outer space. That's why I found it making its way to your diner.
And you killed them?
But it didn't have a valid visa.
Well, can't say there's a lot of love lost between us and the Martians. They're really quite annoying. In fact, I'm actually quite glad you killed them before they were able to bring that energy into my diner. So what? You took the place of the Martian and became the 5th bus passenger?
Oh, I knew you were smart. Yes, exactly. The state troopers got to the crash before my men could. I pulled up just as the bus arrived and took the Martian's place as the 5th bus passenger for a good old-fashioned fear experiment.
Ah, that was the infamous fear experiment. Didn't play out exactly as I expected.
No. Damn them. I'm still not sure what shook them. But that's the only group I've ever seen that's managed not to tear themselves apart. The pattern's generally always the same. Trap a group of people somewhere, tell them someone among them is an outsider, wait for paranoia and prejudice to set in, and then watch as they all destroy each other trying to figure out who.
The tools of conquest do not necessarily come from bombs, explosions, and fallout. There are weapons that are simply attitudes, thoughts, prejudices to be found only in the minds of men. For the record, prejudices can kill, and suspicion can destroy. And the search for a thoughtless, prying scapegoat has a fallout all of its own, for the children and the children yet unborn. And the pity of it is that a desire for conquest is like a wildfire, possible to contain if met with a fast and efficient group effort, yet impossible to contain if left unchecked for too long.
Well, that seems like a very inconvenient species law.
Inconvenient for the weak. Very convenient for those of us who know how to exploit it. It's what we're going to use when we settle for complete domination from Venus. Should be a relatively smooth transition process.
Well, as long as what happened tonight doesn't happen again.
It won't. What happened tonight was an extremely rare deviation from the pattern. And if I had to guess whose fault it was, I'd say it was Dorian, that sexy motherfucking artist. But artists are full of bullshit and a dying breed anyway, so it shouldn't be much of a problem when the time comes.
Yes. See to it that it doesn't happen again. I know for a fact that it's in the contract between our planets that the transition process should be relatively seamless.
I promise it won't. What you saw here tonight, some might call the best of human nature. So you can imagine the bar is already very low.
The best of human nature is in its small moments. Not everyone can be a great moral figure of their age, nor should everyone strive to be one. Human nature comes through the strongest when you think no one's watching. It's a battle against your survival instincts. It's a battle that everyone fights. It's a battle that makes us human.
Hello? Didi?
Hey, Gogo, are you supposed to be on stage right now?
I don't know. What is this place?
It's a diner, Gogo.
Who's diner?
Oh, it's Steve's.
Who's Steve?
I was.
You were?
I was.
Didi?
Yeah?
What are we doing here?
Oh, wait.
Waiting? Why are we always waiting?
Well, it's because the script says so.
Is the script Godot?
No. What? No! Why would you say such an absurd thing?
Because this is absurdism.
Oh, yeah, he's right.
Horatio!
No, I'm Sasha. How did I get here?
Mommy!
Is that a child?
Mommy, where are you?
Paging and Estragon and Vladimir to stage right. Estragon and Vladimir, please come to stage right.
Can you please let me into the garden?
Paging and Gogo and Didi to stage left. Gogo and Didi to stage left.
Didi, what the hell's going on?
I'm not gonna go home, man!
Hey, my dudes! Want a hit?
Oh.
Hurry, guys! Go!
Mommy!
Sweetie?
Ruth, don't go in there!
Hey, you little bitch! I was right. There was a gremlin, and I fucking shot it. You're welcome.
What the fuck are you talking about? Now I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Hey! It's you from the diner! You fucked up the real diner, right? Oh, and I knew there's something about you. Didn't think it was anything as bad as being military, though.
Oh, it's crackheads like you that make me feel good about helping aliens colonize the Earth.
Oh, you want to go? I'm already dead. I ain't got nothing to lose.
Alright, hold on.
Hey, is it true that Venetians have one cameraman for genitals?
That's true.
Hey!
What now?
Billy,
Yeah.
I don't care what the script says. I want to be with you. Let's run away together. The Twilight Zone says get right!
Now that's gnarly.
Thanks, Tyler. You're okay.
Yeah, no thanks to you.
Alright, well that's just not fair.
What happened to your chin?
He's a Martian!
Shut it!
Gina, no, that's not nice.
We're all scared.
Human existence is, at its essence, chaos. There are divides, barriers, moments of truth that leave us in a state of questioning. Our reality is thus what we make of it. That is why places such as these, filled with our greatest fears and desires, matter so much. In the fifth dimension, we can explore what makes us human without the fear of repercussions. You, as the viewer, have used the key to unlock the door to our dimension with your imagination. Thank you all for joining us in
The Twilight Zone!